Damn.
Hey you guys, and welcome back on my channel. I am super excited for today's video, and I'm even wearing my super special Christmas sweater for it. I don't know why exactly, because the theme of the video is not Christmas and it's certainly not Christmas yet, but yeah, there you go, random stuff on my channel. Anyway, this sweater is something that is very near and dear to my heart because it's something that I have bought from the store, half DIY'd. As in, it's a very simple cropped sweater that I bought from H&M, very basic, and I just stuck some pre-cut plastic snowflakes to it. And this is actually what I wore to the office party at last year's Christmas, which was meant to be an ugly Christmas sweater party. And I thought, like, okay, sticking some plastic to my sweater will make it ugly enough, but apparently it was deemed way too cute to even be considered, so there we go. I tried. I failed. But anyway, I still love this sweater, so I'm gonna keep wearing it as my cute Christmas sweater, I guess, if it's not ugly. Anyway, I've gone off the topic long enough. Oh, and I just wanted to show you guys my earrings as well. I absolutely love them. I'm gonna give you guys a close-up so you see them better. I love how funky they are, and at the same time half elegant but half, I don't know, they've got something unique that I love about them. Well, apart from the fact that I've bought them from Zara and they've been mass produced, so it's not like unique, but you know, you catch my drift. You know what I'm saying here. And these are actually a part of my birthday present that I got from my friends here in Amsterdam. Thanks guys, I absolutely love it. They actually gave me a voucher to go shopping at Zara and I just went nuts on that. And I'd already showed you guys the present that I got beforehand, like before my birthday. This was a little bit of an after delight, let's say, for me, that I was very grateful for. So anyway, I think I've rambled for long enough, and now it's actually time to get into today's video. And as you can see from the title, today I want to do the what's in my bag video because I see those are quite popular, quite requested, quite liked here on YouTube, and I figured I might as well do one myself, especially since I got a really cute new bag, which I showed you guys in my birthday present video. Haha, there is actually a connection to one of my ramblings. And anyway, if you guys don't want to go back and watch the video, I'll link it here somewhere, so it's just a click away from you guys. And yeah, the bag from that video is actually the one that I'm currently wearing. It's my day-to-day bag, and I'm going to show you guys all the stuff that I lug around with me, because even though you see it's a quite tiny bag, I still managed to make it very heavy because I fill it up with basically everything and the kitchen sink. So maybe this is more of a how not to fill your bag with everything in your household. But anyway, I hope you guys liked the video. I hope that you enjoy seeing what I carry with me, or maybe even just relate to how much stuff women can actually place inside their handbags. And afterwards, I also want to give you guys 5 tips on how to choose a handbag, just like a day-to-day handbag, nothing fancy. We're not talking evening clutches or anything like that here. Just how to choose a really nice handbag that you can wear to everything, that would be basically your workhorse, that you can take to work, that you can take to a meeting with your girlfriends or anything like that. So in case you guys didn't remember, this is the bag. I am still very much in love with it. I think this is, yeah, no, definitely, this is the most beautiful bag that I have ever owned. It is absolutely exquisite, and it's such high quality. I love the fabric, I love the decorations on it, everything is just top notch. Okay, so now let's see what it houses. Dun, dun, dun. Yep, loads of stuff. And you guys can't feel it, but it's quite heavy, and yeah, you can probably hear all the stuff jingling and jangling inside. So let's pull them out one by one and see just what exactly it is that I feel like I need to carry with me every day, basically giving myself scoliosis probably. But anyway, at least I look pretty while doing it. So let's see, first things first. Yeah, I'll just go right in and tell you guys that everything is just jumbled up inside, because I tend not to choose bags that are very well compartmentalized. For me, just like one compartment where I can just throw everything in. Just absolutely aces, perfect in my book. Of course, I never find anything afterwards and I get pissed off, and then I have to stand outside in front of my building for 10 minutes while I scour my bag for my keys. But yeah, you know, just hashtag stuff women do. So anyway, first thing here is a pair of, yeah, first thing, it's a pair of gloves. These are my current gloves and I absolutely love them. They are leopard print because of course I always have to have a little bit of animal print in almost every outfit. And they are super comfortable. They are from Rocal. I can't remember where I bought them from, but still. I think they are super pretty and feminine and very ladylike. I love the little bow detail here. And I think these look, you know, exactly like the gloves that some mysterious dame would be wearing in one of those 50s detective novels, which I absolutely love, by the way. And yeah, when I wear them, I picture myself as just one of those characters, one of those damsels in distress that actually turn out to be the murderer at the end of the book. Because, yeah, I don't know, maybe I have a hidden psycho side. Probably. Anyway, these gloves are absolutely great for autumn and for spring. They are not great for winter. They are super thin, as you can see. It's just the fabric. It doesn't have a lining at all. It's not super warm, it's not fluffy or anything like that. So it's just, you know, a cute pair of gloves that will protect you from a bit of wind, but not from that, you know, really biting winter cold. Right, next thing that fell out together with my gloves is, oh yeah, my stomach medication, because I tend to have really high acidity, and of course my stomach hurts a lot of times, so I'm taking some antacids. And usually, because I do drink coffee during the day, I have a coffee usually in the morning, and I try to stop myself with that, but a lot of times I actually don't manage to. And as you know, coffee does create more acidity in your stomach, so yeah, antacids, I take them with me to work, because if I get one of those horrible stomach aches, I won't be able to focus on my work or just even basically stand like a normal human being. So there we go. What else? What else? Oh yeah, I always have a treat with me in my bag, and this is actually something that I learned from my mom, because I do tend to get hungry, and of course, having the stomach issue, I have to eat right then. Like when I'm hungry, I have to eat within like 2 or 3 minutes, otherwise I get this stabbing stomach pain. Sounds great, right? Yeah. So I've started carrying a snack with me everywhere, and it's usually chocolate or biscuits or anything like that. It's nothing super healthy, but recently I've been loving these protein bars, and they do say Atkins, so they're probably with less sugar. But anyway, I'm not necessarily looking into low carb or low sugar or anything like that, but I do like the taste. Actually, they're super good. They have a ton of peanut butter and a little bit of chocolate on, and a thin layer of caramel, so it's like, come on, peanut butter, chocolate, caramel, give me all of them. Okay, and then what else have I got here? Oh yeah, some tissues from Seva. Nothing spectacular there, but I do like that these are super tiny and adorable, and also they don't take up a lot of space. And actually, having these is something new to me, because I used to never ever carry tissues. Like I would never have them. I would always need them, of course, but I would never have them. And I started carrying tissues actually when my bike started breaking down a lot. I used to have this really old chain on it, and the chain would always pop off the bicycle, so then I would have to pull off the road and then put the chain on, and then I would be all black and greasy on my hands. Absolutely lovely. So that's when I started carrying tissues with me everywhere, and even now when I have a new bike chain and it's all fixed, it's all nice, I still carry them with me, which is good, I guess, because winter is coming, so then of course you get a runny nose and yeah, just coughing and everything, so it's good to have them. All right, and then I have 1, 2, 3, yeah, that's it, 3 lipsticks, because of course I have to have lipstick with me everywhere. And one of them is this one from Rimmel. Oh yeah, there we go. So the shade is 260 Amethyst Shimmer from their Moisture Renew line. Yeah, line. God, the words are coming so hard to me today. It's been a long day, guys. I'm just filming this after a full day's work, so yeah, bear with me here. So anyway, this is the shade of lipstick. Let me show you guys. Are you focusing on the lipstick? Yeah, you are. I think it's a really pretty shade and has a little bit of a frosty shimmer, which I'm not usually a fan of, but for winter I kind of like it. The shade is very true to what you see here in the bullet, so that's what I really like. So it's a bit of a frosty, shimmery, deep rose shade. I think it's quite nice for winter. And then I've got one of my favorites here, and it's Wonderful. Wonderful. Swoon and Wonderful. Very cute. And again, it's a lipstick with a bit of shimmer, and I don't know how much you guys can actually see of it because it's pretty much finished, but I'm gonna still put it a bit closer to the camera. Yeah, there we go. Now it focuses on the lipstick. So as you can see, it's a pretty neutral rose beige shade with a lot of shimmer actually. And yeah, I've used it until it's pretty much gone from inside the bullet as well. That's how much I loved it, and I need to buy a new one. And the final lipstick that I have in my purse with me and that I really love and I use all the time lately is this one from Vapor Organic Beauty. And I love that it's of course natural beauty. It's made with just natural and apparently organic ingredients, which I really appreciate. They have a website which I can link for you guys if you're interested. And this is the lipstick. Again, I hope that it focuses on it. Yeah, now it's focusing, hopefully. And again, the shade is super neutral, a rosy beige. You guys see a theme here, but unlike the other lipstick, it has no shimmer, so this is really good for a very natural look. And I think it's great for the office actually. That's why I have it in my office bag, of course, so I can reapply it, because this lipstick actually, as great as it is, does not really last a long time on your lips, so you'll need to reapply it during the day. But anyway, I really love the shade and I love the finish as well. It gives you such a beautiful natural finish, and the lips look very, very lustrous and very well hydrated, but it doesn't look gloopy or anything like that. It's a lipstick, it's not a lip gloss, of course. It just gives the lips a very nice, natural, hydrated aspect. So what's not to love? So that was that. Those were my lipsticks. Oh yeah, and I always have a little hand cream with me. Usually I get the travel sized ones, and this one I'm actually loving. It's from Douglas, and hopefully it's focusing on it. If not, I'll give you guys a close-up. And it's from their own line. It's Douglas Naturals Face Cream Day Normal Skin with organic argan oil. Loads of things on it, but yeah, the important thing is that it's bio apparently, and it's with organic argan oil, and I love argan oil. I've already posted on it in, I think, a previous video with my beauty skincare routine. I love argan oil because it's amazing for your skin. It hydrates it beautifully and it doesn't leave any fatty residues or anything like that. I actually used this cream this morning when I was walking from the subway station to my job, and I put it on, and guys, I'm not even kidding or exaggerating here, it took my hands like 3 seconds on the clock. That's how long it took for my hands to absorb a pretty good quantity of this cream. So it absorbs like a dream and doesn't leave any annoying residue. And I mean, okay, granted, I have neglected my hands for quite some time now, and I haven't really been diligent in applying hand cream to them, but still, 3 seconds. That's all. That's all it took. And this is really amazing for your face as well, because it's been designed for your face, even though I use it on my hands as well. It's really good, and it really leaves the skin so supple and moisturized. I think it's great to have in your handbag for winter, especially now, because the air is drier and you're a bit more prone to feeling like your skin is super tight. I don't know if you get that feeling. I get it a lot during the winter, and I absolutely hate it, because you go from the warm air indoors where you have all the heaters on, and then you go outside and it's really cold, and then your skin really suffers for it. So yeah, this is really good to have with you. Okay, and what else? Oh yeah, next to my lipsticks and my hand face creams, I also always carry a bottle of nail polish with me. So I always carry the nail polish color that I have on my fingers, and I don't know, maybe that's weird, but I really hate chipped nails, and I've had them for a long time, and I never had the time to actually take care of them. So now I always carry the little bottle of nail polish that I am using. And this one, I'm sorry, but it looks really disgusting around the lid. You'll have to, yeah, bear with me on that one. It's Essie's Thigh High Red, and I love it because it's a true Christmassy cherry red. It's absolutely gorgeous. Let me show you guys. And it's really very true to the bottle, so there you go, you can see it. That's how it looks on the applicator. Oh, I really wish it would focus on the applicator and not on my face. But anyway, I'll probably have to give you guys another close-up so you can properly see. The color is beautiful and it does last for quite a while, but of course, when you have darker nail polish on, the chips are visible immediately. Like if you get the tiniest chip on your nail, it will be super visible, so that's why I prefer to have it with me. Then I can just go really quickly in the bathroom and like adjust my nails, or even if I put it on, if I'm not wearing gloves, of course, I sometimes put a thin layer of nail polish on in the morning, and then I just get on my bike because I know I won't be doing anything with my hands, anything that requires getting my hands or my nails dirty, because I'm just sitting on the bike. So yeah, there you go, just a little tip for you guys in case you need to manage your time more effectively and squeeze even more activities in the little time that we have these days. Okay, and next to that, of course, I have my glasses, because I don't know if you guys know this, well, you probably don't because you don't see me when I'm working on my computer, but I do wear glasses when I'm on my laptop, especially if I need to focus, because they're not really huge. Like, I don't have a huge prescription, it's like minus 0.25, so it's really low, but I wanted to take care of my eyes and not let it get to a higher prescription, of course. And they're also really good for deflecting the glare from the screen, so you know, like for blue light and for really bright light, they are super good for that. So they're more they have more of a protective role than anything else, but I do feel that my eyes get super dry and tired whenever I don't use my glasses. So yeah, I always take them with me to work. And of course I have the little hanky as well that they give you together with your glasses to wipe them clean, which of course never stays together with my glasses, because why would it? I just like to randomly find it in my bag when I've already used something else to wipe my glasses. Okay, and next to that, oh yeah, I have my headphones, of course, because in the morning, even though I'm biking or on the metro or whatever else, I always like to listen to an audiobook or to a bit of music. Of course, not too loud because I still need to be paying attention to the traffic. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the bike traffic here in Amsterdam, but it's absolutely insane, especially in the morning when everybody's really rushing to get to their jobs. But yeah, still, I like to have at least one headphone in and listen to something. And what else have I got here? Yeah, some loose change. Does that interest anybody? I don't think so. It's just loose change. I have some bobby pins also, like some decorative bobby pins. I think they're pretty nice to have on hand because they can just get you out of a hairy situation. I'm doing puns now. Yes, that humor. And these are really pretty as well. They have this decorative little bubble at the end. I hope it'll focus on it. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, I have a couple of these in my handbag, and of course a hair tie, or probably multiple hair ties, because you know, they just tend to appear. I mean, you don't really even buy these, they just tend to appear around your house, probably because you already bought like 10 sets beforehand. Okay, and some more very basic bobby pins, just the simple black ones, because of course, even though your hair seems to be totally behaving in the morning, you never know what it's going to be like until the end of the day, or at least I never know what my hair is going to decide to suddenly do, especially with all the frizz that the winter weather is causing. Delightful. And I also have this in my bag, which is yeah, here, focus, yeah, we have a hair accessory that I actually used in one of my looks the previous days, and you can just use it as a hair clip, or you can use it as a brooch as well, because it has a double fastening on the back, which I absolutely love and I'm super happy about. And I love the color as well. Fuchsia is so my color, and I'm super sad that since I've dyed my hair red, it doesn't look as good as me as it used to when I was a brunette, so boo. But I still love it so much, I can't part with it, and if I don't put it in my hair, then I just put it on my shirt, and it's still very pretty. Okay, and I think that's about it for now. Yeah, that's about it. Well, this was actually quite tidy and neat. I know it's horrifying probably for you guys, but this is neat for my standards of bag situation. And usually in my bag I also have my house keys, of course, but now they're not in my bag, they're where I place them every day. I now have a special spot where I place my keys every day, because I used to be frantically searching for them throughout the house and always be late because of that. And I just have one set place where I put them, and I grab them every morning when I get to work. And I also have my phone always with me in my bag. I never go anywhere without my phone, because yeah, you know, we are the generation with the smartphones attached to our hands. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed seeing what I usually lug around with me every day. And I don't know, at least I hope you related to some of the stuff that I have with me. I'm really curious to hear, what do you guys have like on a day-to-day basis with you? Do you carry, I don't know, water bottles or anything useful like that? I just carry a bunch of stuff that I never use. But yeah, let me know in the comments. And I really hope that you like the bag as well. It is absolutely stunning, I think. So yeah, having done that, I want to move forward and go to the 5 tips that I want to share with you guys for choosing a good quality handbag. Okay, so in no particular order, my first tip when choosing a day bag, a day handbag, is look at the size of the bag and compare it in relation to the size of your body. So if you're a pretty petite girl like I am, because I'm not very tall and not very big either in any way, a medium-sized bag or even a small-ish size bag is best, because a really big bag will probably drown you. And also, on the other hand, if you're very tall or very well built, then a teeny tiny bag will probably make you look a lot more massive. It's not necessarily the case 100% of the times, but it's just something to, I don't know, guide you next time you're shopping for a handbag. And I would say that medium-sized handbags, like this one, usually suit everybody. So tall or short or thin or chubby or I don't know, whatever else sort of silhouette or height weight situation you might have, usually a medium-sized handbag will look good on you. And also I think that a medium-sized bag is quite big enough to house everything that you need on a day-to-day basis, because I do understand that you might not want to carry a purse that's like yay big, because what can you even fit in there? Probably not even your phone. But also I would say don't fall in the trap of starting to lug around those really huge handbags. I don't know if you remember, but in the beginning of the 2000s there was this fashion with carrying like immense handbags. They were huge, they were like ridiculously huge at some point, and everybody was wearing them. So regardless of height, of size, of silhouette or anything like that, everybody was just lugging around these huge handbags, and it got out of control, honestly. I think. And even I used to wear really big bags back then, and I thought they looked super fashionable, and they probably did, they were on trend. But now, like looking back and seeing pictures and all that, or even, you know, because I still sported them quite recently, and I looked back and I was like, ew, no, that's not a good size for you, because they just drown me, you know. So a medium-sized bag will always look good on you if you're not sure what to buy. Otherwise, I would say just look in relation to your stature and buy accordingly. Small with small, big with big, just as a general rule. Next thing is checking the bag material. And I'm not going to go into the whole debate of leather versus faux leather here. I'm not a hypocrite. I also have leather bags, but I also have pleather bags. So it really depends. If your principals tell you to not buy real leather bags, then that's perfectly fine. There are so many models that look amazing even though they're made of faux leather. Or if you want to choose a really high quality leather item, that's also your prerogative, I guess. But yeah, it's just about finding a really good quality bag. So how do you tell the difference? Well, I would say first of all, the fabric needs to be really smooth and really, you know, it has to have a nice texture, like no lumps or bumps and no, you know, wrinkles in the fabric, because you do get that sometimes. And especially look around the edges and along the lines of the stitches. That can really tell you a lot about the bag. And for example, here you can see this one is a leather bag actually, and you can see the leather is really good quality. It's quite smooth, quite nice. It has an absolutely amazing texture, and the quality is the same everywhere. So look at the handles, look on the bottom of the bag, look on the sides. It needs to have really good quality fabric everywhere, and the fabric needs to be like really taut, you know, on all sides and on all the pieces that make up the bag. And a bit of advice for those of you looking for faux leather, I would say textured faux leather always looks best. Smooth faux leather sometimes just looks fake and looks a bit plasticky as well. So I would say maybe also, if you're not super experienced, if you don't have a very, I don't know, sharp eye for these details, maybe stay away from really smooth faux leather and just go with, I don't know, textured or embossed or even suede look bag, because they tend to look better a lot of times. Next thing that you want to check is all the detailing, which means the stitching, all the hardware, all the decorations, if your bag has decorations, and I'll get into that in a minute. But first things first, the stitches. The stitches need to be really high quality, they need to be equal, so every stitch needs to be equal to the one next to it, and they need to be straight. So you know, a lot of times with really cheap, really poorly made bags, you have like these squiggly stitches, and sometimes you know, a bit of thread comes out and it looks, you know, poorly finished. It just looks poorly finished, and there's nothing you can do to trick that. It can be a really expensive bag that has that as well, more rarely, but it can happen. And also next to it, look at the hardware. The hardware needs to be quite solid, and especially the bigger the bag, the more solid or the bigger the hardware needs to be, and the heavier it needs to be, because it's actually sustaining quite a big load. Yeah, I said that. That's what she said. Quite a big weight, let's say. And if you look at the hardware on this bag, it looks really high quality, it looks really shiny, really smooth. You know, it has no flaws, it has no scratches, it has no, you know, annoying little bumps that sometimes hardware gets when it's being cast out of a cheaper metal or like a mix of metals. And yeah, that's something that you can definitely keep in mind when you shop for a handbag. And also these decorations, they look really nice, really high quality. The silver part of it is not blackened at all, it's not oxidized. All the stones, all the gems are really well set. That's also something that you want to look at. All the rhinestones as well, they're really well and solidly set. And yeah, also the little furry strip here looks really good. Nothing is really, you know, standing out in an unpleasant way. It's just stuff that you tend to notice at some point, like when you've seen, I don't know, a dozen handbags, then you start noticing all these little details. And speaking of finishings, if you get a leather bag, and even if you get the faux leather, you should always look that the edges are nicely sealed and finished. Especially for leather bag, this process is done to protect from the elements, and you should be able to see this on all the seams and edges of the pieces that make up your bag. On the handles as well. And it's really important to look at the handle, because this is actually what will be sustaining the biggest part of the weight that you put in your bag. And having mentioned the handle, I'll go into my next point, which is the type of bag you choose in terms of handle. So you know, you have these regular handbags, purses that you just carry like this, or you get crossbody bags, and this actually came with the crossbody strap as well, but I just think it looks better. I prefer holding it like this. So you can get crossbody bags, you get totes, you get satchels, you get hobo bags, so all sorts of bags with long or short straps. And actually this also ties into my first point, which was about your size and how to choose a bag depending on your size. And actually this is something you might want to consider. So let's say that you have a crossbody bag that hits right at your hip. Now if you're a bit more hippie, you're a hippie. You're a hippie person, just like I am. I'm a bit hippier, and if I get a bag that hits right at my hip, it will just draw attention to that area. So maybe then you would like to choose a handbag to deflect attention if you're concerned about that. Or on the other hand, if you are a bit fuller around your bust or around your waist, and you get a handbag like this and you wear it like this, then it will just, again, draw attention to the widest portion of your body. And if this is something that concerns you, you might want to choose a different sort of bag. Generally, a handbag that you hold like this will pose no problems for anybody, except, yeah, it is a bit more uncomfortable because you have to hold it so then your hand is occupied. I do get the appeal of a satchel or of a crossbody bag because it leaves your hands free to do anything else that you'd like. But this is just a small point to consider, that where a bag hits is also where the eyes of onlookers will stop. And if you don't want to draw attention to that area of your body, choose a bag that hits in a different place. Pretty simple. And also consider that if you do indeed choose a bag that hits at a certain point where you still would not want to have so much tension, then just go with a very simple bag, because the more ornate the bag, the more the eye just goes like this, straight to the bag. And speaking of ornate bags, this is also a point that I always consider when I buy a purse. I know everybody has their own preference, and if you like really embellished bags and if that's your preference, that's fine. It's just something that I personally don't prefer. So if you want to choose a nice classic handbag that you can wear with everything, that you can wear to the office or in more, I don't know, serious settings, let's say, then I would really recommend that you go with a more simple handbag. And that's because you'll be able to add it to a lot more outfits than if you get like this really frilly handbag with a lot of bows and, you know, a lot of decorations and maybe some flowers stuck to it or whatever else. That will then become a bit hard to accessorize, to use in a lot of outfits. But if you get a really simple, classic, structured bag, then you should be fine. And of course, this is a matter of preference, and if you like more unstructured, decorated bags, then that's fine. It's just your look, it's your style. It's just my recommendation is, if you want something classic and something that will give you a very polished look, you know, the simpler the better. So just a very simple handbag with minimal decoration is more than enough to get your style across. And these are the sort of bags that also generally look more expensive than they are. They look more elegant, they look more classy, more polished, like I said. And it's just the type of bag that you will very easily be able to integrate in a professional context as well. And having gone through all that, I really hope that you guys have been thoroughly entertained and informed as well. And I hope that you are now more ready to go shopping for a new handbag. Or if you're looking to give somebody a handbag, because of course Christmas is coming, so we start looking for gifts. If you're looking for a handbag for your mom or for your girlfriend or for an aunt or another special woman in your life, then I hope that these tips will help you buy a really high quality, beautiful item. And as always guys, thank you very much for watching the video. Thank you if you've made it so far. Big thumbs up to you guys this time, but also feel free to leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Of course, feel free to share it. Feel free to comment what you liked about it, if there's something you didn't like about it, if you find it informative or interesting, or anything else about the video. It's welcome in the comment section below. And if you haven't subscribed by now, you can always do so. The button is right there. It's a really pretty red button, so you can't miss it. So hit subscribe if you haven't already, then you will always get notified when I upload new videos. And if you are subscribed, then don't forget to check that little bell that you have on the right hand side of your screen on YouTube, because that's where all the notifications appear in case you missed your email or anything like that. And yeah, thanks again for watching. I hope you have a beautiful weekend ahead and a great week, and I'll see you here next Saturday as usual. Bye everybody.